Hello and welcome to Behind the Door, where I talk about horror movies and movies alike for the eyes of a nerd. We're talking about the new Texas Chainsaw Massacre, and I was excited but nervous to see it, but I watched it last night. Released by Netflix and directed by David Blue Garcia. If you've seen the movie, you know I'm gonna be rambling about. If you haven't seen it, go watch it. It's on Netflix right now. Released, I think it was released on the 18th. So very recent. Um, this isn't really gonna be a review. Well, it might be, but I'm not gonna do the backstory and stuff because that will just give away everything. But I'll go through if I enjoyed this movie. Now, as most people know, I love the Texas Chainsaw Massacre, the original, 1974. So this might be a biased point of view, but it's my show. Um, God, there's so much to unwrap on for this movie. I loved when I first saw the trailer. Let's start with that. When they were the first trailer, I really wasn't all into it. I was just not happy with it and skeptical. And then I watched it, and I think it might be up there. It might be number two spot for my Texas Chainsaw Massacre series that I love. I think it's number two. That I actually enjoyed it. The story, eh. I mean, they connected with Sally on most of just like the backstory of the 74 and why she's there and why she has to go on a revenge plot. But that she doesn't really come in until like the last 20 minutes of the movie, if that. I love all the callbacks to the original, of course, but I don't know. The story that they went with was not strong. I think the story was weak, but the kills were great. That's where I draw the line. The kills and practical effects were amazing. Really loved them. The story was weak. The new story, the callbacks to the original I don't mind because they've got to, you know, get some fans or people who don't know the series but know the title, get them involved. But other than that, the movie as a whole, I liked it more than Halloween Kills. I really did. Just not because like they stole quote unquote the idea from the new Halloween series, where it's like a revenge plot. Sure, they stole a lot of things, but I enjoyed it more than Halloween Kills. But I didn't enjoy it as much as the 2018 Halloween. 2018 Halloween was pretty good, but then we're talking about Texas Chainsaw Massacre, not Halloween. Um, so we have, what was it, four or five main characters, I guess. This might be controversial, and I don't mean offense to people who have lived through school shootings and shootings of alike, but please don't make that your only reason for a character to become something else. You know, the people who've seen it know what I'm talking about. Yes, I know she's gone. What was her name? Lila, I think the sister's name is. Yes, she's been through trauma with guns and violence, but don't make that the only thing. Because there's multiple scenes where there's flashbacks of her lying on the floor after a shooting, and then there's an extended scene of her scrolling through Instagram. I think they played that scene twice actually together when she's looking through Instagram or whatever the social media is supposed to be. And like, no guns, guns are awful, guns hate. But it's such a mess of like a character arc because she says, "Oh, you know, I can't." Well, she doesn't say she doesn't like guns. She can't do them. She usually has a bullet wound because she's been shot, so it's PTSD. But then she like maybe sleeps. I don't know if it's confirmed with the contractor they hired, I know, like, sure, she could do her own thing. She's allowed to do her own thing. She could do what she wants. I'm grown. Yeah, but it's just, it was a mess of a story. I I don't want to, focus on that too much, because obviously I'm not trying to be controversial. I'm not trying to call people out who've been through it. I'm not trying to disrespect the situation. It's a horrible situation. But let's go talk about, the positives, at least, of the movie. Kills, great, loved them all, especially on the bus. The I think that's the most Leatherface has killed in a movie in a while, maybe ever. Actually, I didn't really do a count on the kill count, because that's not me. That's for Dead Meat. That's for James A. Janice. I'll let him do that. It's not my territory. But oh god, the only positive things I could say: kills are great. Again, I loved the backstory stuff. Loved harking back to the original, because I love it. But other than that, all the in-between stuff, I didn't care. It's sure it, like, helped the movie go along and everything. But other than that, I was just waiting for the next kill or something interesting to happen. The Sally stuff, I've said again, I'll say it, there isn't much to this podcast episode, unfortunately. But overall, I enjoyed the movie. I really did. If it wasn't for the sister stuff, then I'm not that interested. But all of the scenes with Leatherface and the kills, I really enjoyed. Sorry, dog barking in the background. I noticed something a lot with this movie. Leatherface likes to throw stuff. He threw his chainsaw a couple of times. He threw, I don't know if it was a hammer he threw or what, Melody, when she gets hit in the chest and she falls under the stairs or under the house. But Leatherface likes to throw stuff. Maybe it's just more accessible for him in this one. But he threw his chainsaw at the cars, at people. He, near the end of the movie, where it's the big pool of water in the middle of the room, he Beyblades his chainsaw. He just spins it. And I just think it was fun. I don't know. I was kind of confused with the orphanage thing, but it kind of makes sense where Leatherface, I guess, I don't know if they left with the same timeline to call him Thomas Hewitt, but Leatherface just hiding basically in an orphanage until unfortunate events make him come back. But I just think it's cool with, like, the John Wick situation where he hides the chainsaw in the wall instead of the floor. He hides it in the wall, and he cuts off his. I don't know if it's. I mean, sure, it's his mum, but I don't think it's, like, confirmed. I think she's just helping him out. But his new face, I didn't hate it. I thought it was a little too big. His face for the new movie looked a little oversized. And the actor Mark Burnham, who played him, he was trying to do Gunnar Hansen. I could see what he was trying to do. There was a slight almost scene with the chainsaw dance, a little bit, but not official. I can see Gunnar Hansen coming through with him. The running, the mannerisms, the almost human nature, where he's crying and he's upset with his dead mum. And that kind of harked back to the original, where Leatherface was all. I wouldn't say sad in the original. In the original, he was all just confused, like, where are these kids coming from? In this one, the new one, he was very sad. He was a very broken character, just on revenge, I would say. But this is going to be a short episode. Did I hate it? No. Did I enjoy it? Eh. I liked it. I really liked it. If I don't think Netflix doesn't really do DVD releases, but I read that they might do a DVD release for this one, just because. And I would buy it. Honestly, I'd have it in my collection because I liked it. But thank you everyone for this short little episode. I know people were interested in the release of it. I might come back to this after like a week just to add on to it with actual information because the movie's so recent. I don't want to ruin it for people. I don't want to I'll let people come through watch it through their eyes, and then I'll give my opinion on maybe a later episode. But thank you everyone so much for watching. Subscribe, click that bell, and be nice to one each other, please. Have a great rest of your days.